Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I wrote something that'll come out. Is You can't answer me. Valentine's Day is Saturday or Sunday? For some reason, I thought it was Saturday. Sunday? Okay. Well, I wrote something I guess will come out on Sunday. But my theme is getting to know yourself has just become sexy. Getting to know the true nature of who you are is the sexiest thing you could possibly do for yourself, falling in love with who you really are. And so I wanted to do a little bit through the devotion of Hanuman this morning. And one of the first verses in the Hanuman Chalisa, Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Nijamana Mukudusura Varano Raghavara Vimala Jasu Jodaya Gopalata Shri Guru Charana. With the dust from the Guru's lotus feet, I clean the mirror of my heart. Just use that as an image for a second. From that beautiful energy, that dust. And this is usually talking about, being an Indian walking barefoot and all that dust and all of that dirt. And that is supreme when you touch it from the foot of your Guru. And you take that and then you just shine your heart. And when you shine your heart, you reveal the nature of who you truly are. And when Hanuman was asked, "Who are you?" And he said, "When I don't know myself, I serve you. And when I know who I am one with you." And that's the teachings of clearing that mirror of your heart so that you don't just associate yourself with the things that are fleeting, but you associate yourself with God. And you and God are one. You and Goddess and you are one. And therefore, dating yourself becomes very sexy. And so Hanuman, in his teachings, he states very clearly that his greatness was due to his constant effort and not due to his inborn character, that he just was an ordinary monkey. So therefore, liberation, freedom is for everyone. Not those who declare themselves the bright ones or the talented ones or the gifted ones. Hanuman declares that his entire spiritual development was attained by single-pointed devotion to God. And he who constantly thinks of the Supreme becomes supreme. The one who constantly thinks of the Supreme becomes supreme. Absolute surrender to God is the secret spiritual perfection. Absolute surrender to self, true self, is what brings freedom. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Close your eyes. And just see yourself with the dust of the Guru's feet. The Guru is everyone. The Guru is life. The Guru is anything that removes darkness and returns you to the true nature of who you are. So see yourself cleaning the mirror of your heart from even the particles of earth, as she will always support us remembering our true nature. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Stay for one more moment with your hands in prayer, your eyes closed. Maybe the word surrender is difficult. Sometimes words get in the way. But rest in knowing that you are supreme. That when you come into yourself to know your true self, that is the greatest love there is. Release your hands and open your eyes. Good. Come into child's pose, please. Reach out through your fingers, reach out through your toes. Maybe even turn your palms face up. When our body represents the way we feel, that sense of releasing, letting go, open to the experience, whatever that experience may be. When I don't know who I am, I serve the world, because the world is God. And when I know who I am, there's no separation. And it doesn't matter who we are, that each and every one of us has that birthright of perfection. The responsibility, maybe, is a good word, to attain that freedom in this lifetime. Good. Turn your palms face down if they're face up, and walk your upper body to the right side. Stretch that left side body a lot. I love this feeling of just pressing into my right hand and pulling my left arm as long as I can, maybe even bending that right elbow. Good. Come on to the other side. Maybe bending the left elbow and stretching that right arm as long as it will go. Good. Come back to center. Sit on your heels if you can. If you can't, come back to cross-legged. And then bring your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Use your right hand to do it. Bring your left fingertips to the floor. Press your head up into your hand and breathe deeply. Let your spine grow longer. Pull your navel in. And then switch sides. Take your left ear down. Use your hand to hold the head down. Aileen, you're doing it wrong. Your left ear goes down and your left hand holds your ear down. Yeah, there you go. And then push your head up into your hand. Unless you already did that side and then change to the other side. Good. Come on up and then roll that neck. And roll it in the other direction. Good. Come onto your hands and knees and thread the needle. Right arm threads underneath the left. Right ear to the mat. And again, use that left fingertips to push the floor away from you. And squeeze your spine. Squeeze your spine. Beautiful. And inhale, come on up. Change sides, please. Turn and squeeze and press the outer hips back and turn and breathe a little deeper. So sweet. And come on up. Walk your hands up to your hips so your stay lifted, and stretch your right leg out to the right. Hands on your hips, right leg out to the right. Either flat foot or come up to the heel and slide your right arm down your right leg. Take your left arm up and over, side stretch. Watch your neck. See that it stays in line with your spine. If you have that foot lifted, dig that heel down, pull it back. And then inhale, come on up, letter T with your hands. Then float your left hand down to the floor, float your right leg up, right arm to the sky. And then reach back, hold that ankle if you'd like, or stay right where you are. Dusting the mirror of your heart. Seeing what is truly there, true love. Beautiful, release back down and onto the knees. Slide your left leg out to the left. Come up to the heel or flat foot. Slide your left arm down your left leg. Breathe well. Be with yourself. Spectacular date. And come on up, lying your right hand down onto the floor. Let your left leg lift up. Beautiful, everyone. And reach back for that ankle if you'd like, or stay right where you are. And release. Very beautiful. Downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hips high to the sky. Bend your knees here and let the sides of your hips lift a little higher. And then press your legs to straight. And do that again. Bend your knees deeply. Get your spine to get all the length it deserves. Get nice and long here. And then straighten the legs again. Good. Looking forward, step your right foot forward. And this is a little tricky, it's more tricky to explain it than to do it. Turn your right foot out to the right, so completely out to the right, and step it back just a little bit so you can be on the whole foot. Then fall onto the baby toe of your back foot and take your right arm to the sky. Baby toe, side of your back foot. And then slide your upper arm over your ear and lift your side body nice and high. Good, release back down, downward facing dog. Thank you for making that a little easier than I thought it was going to be. Stepping your left foot forward. And then turning your left foot out to the left and stepping it back just a little bit so the whole foot is on the floor. Falling over onto the baby toe side of the back foot. Take your left arm to the sky. And take the upper arm over the ear and make your side body even longer. Arch up those side ribs. Beautiful. And release back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Good, roll forward to plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Press back into child's pose for a breath. And then rise up, downward facing dog. And breathe here. Stepping your right foot forward. This time, make sure it's a long enough lunge here, so nice long lunge. This time, I want your right knee to fall out to the right, so you can stay on your baby toe side of your right foot. Make it a long, long lunge. Maybe walk both hands inside that right foot. And maybe come on down to those elbows. You can also lower your back knee, but you're keeping that front foot flexed. And you're rounding into your body, so you're feeling the fullness in your back body. And you're breathing here. Good. Inhaling, send that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. And come right into pigeon, right knee forward. If you need to come onto your back, you can. Walk your hands up, squeeze your knees in toward each other. See if you can move that right shin. You're in pigeon. See if you can move that right shin a little bit more parallel with the floor. Parallel, sorry, with the front of your mat. And then walk yourself forward, come forward. If you're lying on your back, just keep that foot flexed. Move into the breath at the outer hip. Beautiful. Lift yourself up and just swing that left leg in front of you. Janu Shirshasana if you're lying on your back. Just come on up. Right leg inside of left, left leg straight out. Twist deeply over that left leg, come forward, Janu Shirshasana. So, Tony, we want your left leg straight ahead, left leg straight on the mat, and your right foot inside your left thigh. So move your foot from underneath your leg, move it inside. Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Beautiful. Rise all the way up, come to cross-legged. Let your hands fall forward and step back downward facing dog. Good, stepping your left foot forward. Let your left knee fall out to the side. You're falling onto your baby toe side of your left foot. Maybe both hands are inside. Maybe you're coming down to your elbows or staying right where you are. Being aware of what your back body is doing. Good, Rachel, push your butt back just a little bit more. Ah, nice. Keep your ribs lifted, softening through the heart. Nice, Kathy. Nice, Ellen. Dana, Alice, and Andrea. Good, and then walking yourself back in. Inhale that left leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Nice, Eileen. Sending your left knee forward, pigeon. Get onto your back if you need. Squeeze your knees in toward each other, widen those sit bones, and then come forward, breathing into the creases of your hips. Beautiful image. Everyone deserves their birthright to know their self, know who you truly are. Of course, you're this body, of course, you're this mind, but you're so much more. And when you get confused, we identify only with the body and the mind. We identify only with what's fleeting, what comes and goes. The Anahata Chakra says that there's nothing outside of us that needs to be struck so that the heart can open. And of course, everything that happens in our life opens our hearts even more. But the heart center unto itself is that energy of love. Nothing needs to do anything. So we clean that mirror, that place that's so divine. Come on up and send your back leg forward. As your right leg comes forward, your left foot is inside. So that right leg just goes straight ahead, just straight ahead. Yeah, there you go. Inner the left foot into the side, Janu Shirshasana. And then come forward over that extended leg. Nice Melody, nice Margie. Angela. If you want to join me for the cooking class, it's going to be aphrodisiac tea and some desserts, Ayurvedic desserts. I have 3 amazing desserts that we're going to be doing. Desserts usually aren't my thing, but boy, oh boy, are these good ones. I'm the savory kind of girl. I had kale this morning for breakfast. I had kale yesterday morning for breakfast. I had broccoli rabe for lunch. That's my thing. I love, love, love savory. Good. Inhale, come on up. Come to cross-legged and step back, downward facing dog. I know, I could talk about food all the time. And then drop down to your knees. Your knees are right underneath your hips. Now take your right knee in front of your left knee, right knee in front of left knee, and sit back between your heels. Go Mukasana. Yep, slide the knee all the way on top and then separate your feet nice and wide. You got it. Now you might want to block underneath your seat. Some of you might be yelling at me, it's too soon for this pose. Well, if it's too soon, then your body will tell you more that it needs you to hear. Good. Again, sitting with a block is quite nice. Fingertips to the floor, press the floor down, lift the chest up, soften the front ribs. You can either stay here or walk yourself forward, bringing your hands forward. Miss Allison, great Patrice, Melissa, Joy. Nice, Dana. Anetta. Navel stays engaged. Beautiful, Susan. Come on up and step back, downward facing dog. Nice, Ann. Lower down to your knees. Place your left knee in front of your right knee. Sit back between your heels. Onto fingertips on the floor so you really get your spine to lengthen. Go Mukasana. And then walking your hands forward or staying where you are. I bow. I bow to the altar of this heart. When I know who I am, I can touch the lotus feet of each and every being, all of Mother Nature, all animals, as my guru. Breathe deeply here. Exhale more. Excuse me. Inhale, come on up. Downward facing dog. Forward to plank if you'd like, moving through vinyasa, or stay right where you are. Beautiful, Mia. Ah, so beautiful. As you arrive in downward dog, right foot steps forward, left knee on the mat, Anjaneyasana. Right knee is on top of your ankle. Left knee is behind your hip, so your left knee is not directly underneath your hip. And then take your hands and place them on top of your right knee, interlace and press your knee forward, but lift your chest more, soften your front ribs. Good, then swing those arms up to the sky, either holding and clasping your hands together, point your finger reaches to the sky, or keep your hands separate, but have that sense of lifting up and the same essence of lowering down. Have that same sense of beautiful earth energy reaching to the sun. Hanuman as a baby was hungry and thought the sun was a melon. Tried to jump and catch the sun. And then later on wanted the sun to be his guru, his teacher. The sun was like, you tried to eat me. Hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. Vinyasa or none, up to you. Nice, Ronnie. Left foot steps forward, Anjaneyasana. Son of the wind god, son of the fire god. He's also known as the son of Shiva, son of Vishnu. Good, and then take as long as that knee is pushed really forward. Good. Now take those arms up to the sky. Maybe be like that thunderbolt, one of his names, reaching through those arms. Or maybe palms separated. Nice, Joy. Beautiful. Nice, Kathy. Yep. Nice, Melissa. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Downward facing dog. Okay, step your right foot forward. Bring your left foot in just enough so both legs can go straight. Parsvottanasana. Blocks underneath your hands are very worthy. And then take a couple of moments to bend that front knee and then straighten it, bend it and straighten it. Scoop that right low belly up a lot. And then bow over that right leg with both legs straight. Breathing in and breathing out. These wonderful teachings are yogic teachings. They always offer us the best and the worst of ourselves. But the best of ourselves is so much better than we could ever imagine. And the worst of ourselves, somehow we imagine that pretty well. To allow yourself to see the perfection of who you are, the grace of who you are. Good, lift up onto that right heel, dig the heel down, pull it back. Let your hips go back. And then lower that right foot down and then change left foot forward, right leg back. And just once again, bending the front knee and then straightening, bending and straightening. And find that place where both legs stay straight and that left hip crease tacks back and that left low belly. If you have a block, maybe push your hand into that left block just a little bit more, lifting that left side body. Watch the neck here, meaning that you can either let it hang or find a little alignment with it. Beautiful. And then step both feet to the front of the mat, standing forward bend. Inhale your left leg up here, standing split, pointing the toes to the floor. And then play with bringing your hands up to your heart center. Pray, prayer position with your hands. Lift up to Virya-3 with your hands in prayer. And then bend both knees. Keep your navel engaged. And then shoot the legs to straighten the arms to straight out in front of you. Good. Allow yourself to step back to high lunge, keeping the back heel lifted. Inhale the arms to the sky. And let your hands return to prayer. And prayer twist to the right, left elbow hooks. Beautiful, Angela. Nice hand. Yep, yep, yep. Good, Rachel. And then go ahead and look down to the floor and step your left foot up to meet your right foot into prayer twist. Left foot up to meet the right into prayer twist. And let your hands touch the floor and bow to yourself. Nice work. Catch your breath here. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Point the toes to the floor. Navel in, ribs in, bring your hands up to prayer. Virya-3 prayer hands. And bend both knees. And then as you start to straighten the legs, straighten the arms, push from your spine. Step back to that high lunge. Front knee stays bent, hands back to prayer. Beautiful. Prayer twist to the left. Nice, Nancy. Beautiful, Audrey. Melody, so sweet. Look down to the floor and step your back foot up to meet you can come through third warrior, nice, Angela, and then lower your right foot next to your left, staying in that twist. Nice, Mia, and then let your hands touch the floor. Elisa, gorgeous. Hands touch the floor. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward and up into chair. Nice, Dana. Stand up, straighten those legs, take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. And come on up and change sides. Hold on to that right wrist and pull to the left. Nice, Ellen. Beautiful. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and begin breath of fire. Inhale, exhale through your nose, pumping your navel center. Breath of fire or Kapalabhati, they're not the same, but either one of those breathing practices are great to do now. We are at the tail end here of Vata season, moving into Kapha season, which means that there's excess phlegm, excess in the body. So these two breathing practices are really good. Breath of fire, inhale, exhale through the nose, or Kapalabhati, just the exhales. All right, fully exhale. Inhale, reach the arms out and up to the sky. Interlace your palms and press straight up. Making sure your chin stays dropped so it's not lifted. Good. Nice, Rachel. Good. And then release your arms alongside of you and hug your left knee into your chest. Bring your left knee in. Garudasana, left knee on top of right. Right elbow on top of left. Let your elbows come down to meet your knees. Squeeze in. Squeeze your shins. Widen those sit bones. Reach through those fingers too. So even though you have the arms crossed, try to reach up through the fingers. And then stay very low here, but reach your elbows up toward the sky. Reach your elbows up, like you're leaning back into a back bend. And then fly away. Good. Your right knee on top of left. Left elbow on top of right. Opposite. Take the groins way back. Start to draw the elbows down to meet the knees. Keep breathing. And then reach the elbows up as if you're taking this into a back bend. Lift the chest, soften the ribs, squeeze the shins, and fly away. Nice, Ellen. Gorgeous. Turn your feet wide and come into squat. If you need to be on your toes, that's fine. Squatting, if that is okay for your knees, is something we should do every single day. Good. Hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. And stepping your right foot forward, open to warrior two. Drop your left foot parallel to the back of your mat. Take your left, let's do it like this. Take your right forearm onto your right thigh. Take your left hand to your left hip. Push your hip up into your hand. Let those left ribs get a little bit more space, push into them. And then take your left arm over your ear. Good. Float yourself forward into half moon. Maybe reach back for your ankle. Maybe stay right where you are. And go ahead and step back into triangle pose. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Take it back, downward facing dog. And take it through vinyasa. As you're ready, step your left foot forward. Open up to warrior two. Take your right hand onto your right hip, left forearm onto your left thigh. And then press your hip up into your hand. Even feel that back foot as it anchors you. And then you can slide that right arm over your ear. Nice, Susie. Keep that throat back. Nice, Lisa. Tony, beautiful. And then float forward into half moon. Squeeze your legs toward each other. Pull your navel in and squeeze your legs toward each other. Maybe reach back to that ankle if you'd like. And then let it flow all the way back into triangle pose, Trikonasana. That right shoulder to go back, right shoulder back, throat back. Nice, Allison. And go ahead and step back, downward facing dog. I have a dog at play over here, so if you're hearing a lot of noise, maybe you're not hearing it, but I decided playtime is now. Forward to plank and Vashisthasana, right hand holds you, please. Stacking that left leg on top and or step the foot behind you. Good. If you'd like to try to draw that left leg up to the sky, go for it. And then turn to the other side. Vashisthasana, left hand holds you. Right leg stacks on top. We're stepping the top foot behind you. Maybe sliding that right leg to the sky. You don't even have to hold the big toe. You're just taking the leg up. Good. Come on down to your knees and press back into child's pose. This is from the Radiant Sutras. The heart of the universe pulses in all hearts. There is one who is the life in all forms. There is one who is joyful in simply existing in all bodies as all bodies. Explore the life that is the life of your present form. And one day you will discover it is not difficult from the life of the secret one. And your heart will sing triumphant songs of being at home everywhere. Being at home everywhere. Beautiful, everyone. Walking your hands back up, coming onto your hands and knees, sliding your right leg behind you, your left arm out in front of you. Reach back for that ankle again if you can, or stay right where you are. Try to kick those toes into that hand if you're holding it. Good. And then release that right hand down. Stretch your left leg back behind you. And then squeeze your knee in towards your nose. Pull in. Left knee to nose. Stretch it back. And pull it in again. Stretch it back and lower it down. Good. Knee down underneath your hip. Stretch your right leg back behind you, left arm out in front of you. Navel in. Breath deep. Reach back for that ankle if you'd like. Beautiful. Allow the left hand to float back down to the floor. Extend that right leg. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the knee into the nose. Pull in. Stretch it back, inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Good. Inhale, pull it back, and then lower it down. Good. Let's come back to sit and stretch your legs out in front of you and lie on your back, please. Hug your knees into your chest. Now, let your left leg come back down to the floor. Straighten it out on the floor. Bring your arms alongside the body. Inhale here. Exhale, press your right leg to straight so it skims the floor. The heel skims the floor, but you don't touch the floor. Inhale, pull the knee back into your chest. Exhale, press out through the heel. Keep the heart lifted, the navel drawn in, everything that we do. Next time you pull the knee in, draw it in and lift your hips up, send them slightly to the right and take it into spinal twist. So your hips have to move slightly to the right and then taking your right knee down to the left, let your left hand hold your knee down. Stretch your right arm out. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamana Mukudusara. 4 pillars of life are bestowed upon me by the teachings of the Guru. May I live my dharmic life. May I enjoy the abundance, prosperity. May I know freedom exists. May I have the pleasures, the joys, the true joys in life. Those are the 4 pillars. Come back to center. Come back to that middle place where that you're neutral. Extend your right leg down. Bring your left knee into your chest. And we're going to do that. We're going to skim the floor again. So let your arms drop alongside. Keep the navel drawn in. Inhale, squeeze the knee in. Exhale, push the heel, skim the floor. Inhale, use your breath here. Beautiful. Next time you draw it in, you're going to want to lift your hips slightly and move them to the left, and then take it into spinal twist. Stretch it out. Feel the arms extend, or the left arm extends, chest open. And come back to center. I'm going to give you halasana as the pose. However, if you're not inverting, you're welcome just to stretch your legs straight up to the sky. You can also grab a blanket to go underneath your shoulders if you'd like. But halasana is one of those great hamstring stretches and back stretches. So if you would like to take your arms alongside the body, push your hands into the floor as you lift your hips up, and you bring your legs behind you so the toes touch the floor behind you. Again, a blanket underneath your shoulders is very nice. And again, if you're not going to go into halasana, feel free to just stretch your legs up to the sky. You can keep your hands at your low back, which is really sweet, or you can take your hands towards your feet and lift your feet slightly off the floor and try to hold your ankles so you're inverted, upside down Paschimottanasana. If you have halasana and would like to drop your knees to your ears, go ahead and do that. Extra little stretch. And then come down one vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Good. Draw your knees into your chest. And roll up to sit. And come back to downward dog. You knew we'd have to do a Hanuman, right? I think you're ready. Downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward, left knee to the mat. And begin to straighten that front leg. Blocks also are nice here if your hamstrings still feel really a little stuck. Blocks underneath your hands. You can also bring both hands inside of your right leg and then turn the right toes in slightly. The widening of the inner thighs, the widening of the sit bones, the widening of the low back is quite nice to open up the hamstrings. I don't know if you hear. Sorry. That's what happens when you teach at home with a dog who wants to play. Good. Come on up and switch sides. Hanumanasana, second side. I'm still watching you, even though we have a little game going on over here. This is such a beautiful place to listen, breathe. It's said that even when Hanuman is burning down Lanka, even when he is doing some of his very powerful work, he's still quite at peace. So even when you find yourself at the edge in this pose, good, and come on out and let's press back to child's pose. Beautiful. And then come back up and stretch your legs out in front of you. I want to go back into that Janu Shirshasana. So stretch your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee. Bring your right foot into your inner left thigh. Twisting to the left. And then come forward as you keep twisting and turning. Janu Shirshasana. Janu Shirshasana. So left leg is forward, right foot is inside thigh. Maybe even take your, or either way. Some of you are doing opposite sides, that's totally fine. Whatever knee is bent, maybe to take the knee back just a little bit more. Nice, Allison. Yeah. And then as you come forward, twisting forward, twisting forward, twisting forward. Get that spine long. Good. Navel stays in. Come on up. Lift the right knee up and step the right foot on the other side of the left leg for twist. Or if you're on the other side, just switch. So twisting to the right. Whichever knee is up is the way you're twisting. And make sure that back hand is fingertips, so you're light in that back hand. Nice, Audrey. Good, Melissa. Love it. Annetta. Good. And then come back to center and see if you can just drop your right knee on top of your left knee. So it's like a half Gomukhasana. So that knee just drops right on top. And then see if you can come forward again as a forward bend. Maybe that means use a strap. A deep bow. Deeply nourishing. Wherever you're at is great. Good. Come on up. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And we'll go ahead and bend our right knee. Is that true? Or left knee? Left knee? Okay, for most of you, you're going to bend your left knee in Janu Shirshasana. You can take the left knee back just a little bit more if you'd like. The knee falls out to the side first. Yeah, and then come over that right leg. And this can be very active, and I don't mean distracting, but you can lift up, you can turn. Enjoy the breath here. Beautiful. And then as you lift yourself back up, take the left knee up and step it on the other side of the right leg. We'll take it into spinal twist. So beautiful. Go ahead and move into that spinal twist. Keep that left hip crease down. It's so beautiful how we go into all these different spirals of our body to open it up. So when we have hamstring work that we're trying to do, going into twists, going into hip openers, all of this extremely successful. Good. Unwind. And then you just have to drop your left knee on top of your right knee. So it's like a half Gomukhasana. The other leg stays extended. Some of you came into full Gomukhasana, which is fine. So find where you would like to go. So Susan, it's the knee that is bent stays on top. The bottom leg is the one that extends. Correct. You got it. It's like you're reaching your chin toward that knee. And again, if you're in full Gomukhasana, that's amazing. Either one. Good. Inhale, draw up. Good. Come into Agni-Stambhasana, which is your right shin on top of your left shin, or right shin in front of left shin. Right shin on top of left shin, feet are flexed. Or right shin in front of left shin, feet are flexed. Nice, Allison, you got it. And then walk yourself forward. Nice, Annetta, everyone. Beautiful. Walk yourself forward any amount. Ellen, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. And again, keep thinking of lengthening from the low back and drawing from the middle back. That middle back, get it longer. Maybe take a little walk to the right side of your mat and then to the left. Keep your feet flexed, please. And come back up and we'll switch sides. So either stack one shin on top of the opposite shin, left shin on top of right, or left shin in front of right shin. Either way, your feet are flexed. Move your bones back. So maybe you lift your seat and send it back just a little bit. Nice, Patrice. You got it. Go left and right, twisting, staying right where you are. Good, and then come back to center and walk yourself up. Good, extend your legs. Go wide with your legs. And then come forward any amount. Kahneman says, of what use is my strength, beauty, and wisdom if they are not of any use to anyone else? If I use only for me, may I recognize that strength, beauty, and wisdom that is mine. And may I offer it in service of mankind. Maybe walk your upper body to the right side. Pillows in the way. And walk to the other side. Come on up, come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Close your eyes. Polishing the mirror of my heart. with the dust from my guru's feet. I clear this energy of the heart so that I truly can see who I am. And I live the fourfold goals of life, karma, to see through the eyes of pleasure, joy, to receive the abundance that I am, artha, to live my life as purpose, dharma, and to realize that freedom isn't just for a few, moksha, it's for me. So just a couple of moments of silent meditation, maybe keeping your attention at the heart. And then if you'd like, come on down to lie on your back for Shavasana, or stay where you are. Make sure you're absolutely warm. And then ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Your body stretched in any way that feels really good. And then if you're lying on your back, hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right side, come on up to sit. Bring your hands together at your heart center. To know yourself just got very sexy. Know who you are and live from that place. Inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. We will see you soon.
Thank you, Cheryl. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
Cheryl.
You're
Enjoy
welcome.
Vermont. I'm not sure if my class went through. You might want to check it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Anne. We will.
Thanks.
Thank you, Cheryl. Have fun in
You're welcome.
Vermont.